So Cloudberry, she called Cloudberry Health. Apparently, Betsy Arakawa called Cloudberry Health. Hey, I'm feeling some chest pain. I need to come in. All right, can you come in today? Yeah, I'm making an appointment today. Hangs up, doesn't show for the appointment. They call her twice. She doesn't pick up. They don't answer. They don't go to the house. They don't give a shit. They thought she died February 11th. Turns out she died February 12th. Cloudberry Health. What the fuck, Cloudberry Health? And where is the damn kids at? $80 million estate. He's got an $80 million estate. Let's see here. His 3 children are not named as successors. So, well, of course not. They didn't ever call and see how he was doing. What about the tunnels? Now, here's something incredible. People are actually believing. I've seen this shit. So on YouTube, they mentioned this one channel. I've seen other ones too. The Ultimate Discovery. It's sitting there saying that the FBI had found a bunch of tunnels underneath his house. You open up a library wall, and then right behind the bookshelf, you had this vast, eerie underground warehouse, had documents and antiques and old photographs and parts of unidentifiable machines. The walls were covered in runes and symbols of ancient origin. They couldn't translate it. Very similar to the catacombs of Paris. It's all bullshit. And so, well, how can the Ultimate Discovery YouTube channel get away with this shit? They can get away with this shit because they have a disclaimer that says everything that we post is for entertainment only. So you can just make up shit. I tried to post that video about that woman that was on fire in the goddamn New York City subway, and look at the cops that walked by. One cop walked by, another cop walked by. These guys can only arrest people, throw people down on the ground, beat them up with their billy clubs, fucking shoot them. That's all they know how to fucking do. But when there's a woman that's engulfed in flames, and then, YouTube doesn't want to have me getting mad at the cops for them, not doing their fucking jobs. They didn't protect and serve anybody. They saved nobody. But they're going to allow just bullshit? They're going to allow just a bunch of bullshit. Just straight up fucking bullshit. Just total lies. I mean, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing in terms of freedom of speech. The lies are there with the truth. And so you're going to have to watch out for a lot of these YouTube channels, because what do people want to click on? Well, they want the sensational shit, right? They want to know that Gene Hackman was a goddamn cocaine runner, from goddamn Mozambique. He was running cocaine from Mozambique to fucking China. He had this trilateral commission trade. 1 million people watch that video. 1 million people. I'm sitting here trying to be like meticulous with the truth, and I'm trying to say, here's the details, If you put this maybe at the top of the hour, at the top of the thing, I'll sit there and just say the bullet points of the most exciting things, and then, kind of sift through the rest of it in the rest of the video. Even if nobody watches these videos, you know how much more educated, how much more I understand about the whole damn thing? Content on the Ultimate Discovery is for entertainment only. Our information may not always be correct, up to date, or complete. Always consult experts and do your own research. But almost 1 million people have viewed the video. Despite the disclaimer and how far-fetched the story is on its face, claims about Hackman's secret tunnels are being repeated on TikTok videos and X posts and everywhere else. The B-roll footage, either generated by AI or from unrelated incidents, helps. So they made this video. They splashed Gene Hackman's face on it. Then they splashed some tunnels, and then people are like, holy shit, I just saw Gene Hackman, I just saw tunnels. They're telling me it's a bunch of tunnels. It's for entertainment purpose. So there's also another channel that just keeps on talking about how a new celebrity has died, or how some celebrity had got arrested. There was Whoopi Goldberg had got arrested, or somebody had got arrested, and they're just basically putting these celebrities' names together and saying that one had arrested the other, and they're just creating all this, chaos. But basically, I'm not clicking on any kind of dumb shit, right? So it sort of I have to know the people, I have to know what's going on. It's got to be a reputable news source. But when I see, just there's celebrity deaths, like everyday celebrity deaths, they'll have like some big celebrity, and then they'll name like maybe 5 celebrities that nobody fucking knows, so-called celebrities. How are they celebrities if nobody fucking knows them? What about the tunnels? I mean, they'll go on and talk about how there's 170 miles of corpse-filled tunnels under Paris. A large portion of it has not been explored, so people have always thought something strange was going on under their feet. Modern cities are built atop elaborate, mysterious networks of utility tunnels, transportation tunnels, right? You got subways, you got sewage systems. You could go to the city hall, request civic planning documents that describe the sub-basements and sewers under your town. It's easier to just fill in the blanks with whatever you like. Hence the prominence of tunnels in modern conspiracy theories. Now let's see here. They said this title is interesting. It says it's bittersweet. No, both of the dogs that survived, it wasn't bittersweet. Both of the dogs that had survived actually found homes. Where's the bitter part? That made me fucking, nervous. Gene Hackman, Betsy Arakawa's two surviving dogs have found new homes following the couple's tragic deaths last month. Last month, the pets who were discovered at the couple's Santa Fe property after their owners had died had been successfully rehomed with the approval of the estate attorney. Bear, a German Shepherd, and Nikita and Akita Shepherd mix. So thank goodness Nikita and Bear found places. One in New Mexico, and then they said one out of state. Where out of state? And what's the bittersweet part? So thank you to Santa Fe Tales. Santa Fe Tales helped find a new home for Bear and Nikita. I did one Gene Hackman video, and it was all fucking fucked. Just had a bunch of static and shit. What about the tunnels? Why would you believe the tunnels? Let's read this little article here about Gene Hackman's 3 children not named as successors in the $80 million will, but they could claim the estate. Okay, what the hell is going on? They weren't named as beneficiaries. 2-time Oscar winner, 95, his wife Betsy Arakawa Hackman, 65, discovered dead by authorities in their Santa Fe, New Mexico home, February 26. Documents obtained by Entertainment Weekly show that Hackman named Arakawa Hackman as the sole beneficiary as his estate. Well, shit, they both fucking died. Personal representative of estate and successor trustee of the Gene Hackman Living Trust. So you still got Christopher, Elizabeth, and Leslie. Where are they at? Well, they didn't fucking call their dad. They didn't ever see how he was doing, right? Oh, I haven't talked to him for months. Maybe you should have talked to him a little bit more. Was he that big of a prick? I know he was old and had Alzheimer's. Was his Alzheimer's that fucking bad? Because frankly, if the Cloudberry would have picked up, if Cloudberry Health would have picked up, if she would have called 911 instead, Betsy Arakawa would still be alive, and then therefore Gene Hackman would still be alive. And then if the kids would have gave a damn, if the kids would have gave a damn. Recent findings that indicate Arakawa Hackman died several days before her husband throw open the question of who will inherit the estate. Hackman had his 3 children with wife Faye Maltese per recent court filings obtained by EW. Hackman appointed the remainder of their so-called Gibi Revocable Trust to Arakawa Hackman in 1995 by naming her the successor trustee of the Gene Hackman Living Trust. The will, dated June 7th, 2005, notes unambiguously, I give my entire estate to Betsy Arakawa Hackman. 2005, he's had this fucking damn will for 20 years. He appointed his former attorney, Michael G. Sutton, as the successor for the personal representative in line should Arakawa Hackman die. Sutton had died 2019. Oh my fucking God. The next successor attorney, Julia L. Peters, is the one that's going to have $80 million to dole out. So then who in the hell actually gets $80 million fucking dollars? I'm just going to read and then I'll tell you. Arakawa has no kids. It says the estate is directed to be administered to a charitable trust to achieve purposes beneficial to the community consistent with the charitable preferences and interests expressed or indicated by my spouse and me during our lifetimes. Consistent with the charitable preferences and interests expressed. What charities have they supported in their lifetimes? Peters' court filings from earlier this month named Christopher, Elizabeth, and Leslie as Hackman's heirs. They could try to lay claim to Hackman's estate as his most direct living heirs, but you have what he said about this charity. It's supposed to go to the charity that he wants. That's what his will states. His will states goes to Betsy Arakawa. If it doesn't go to Betsy Arakawa, then I want it to go to these charities that's consistent with the charitable preferences and interests. So either look at his public statements or look at what other charities he has donated to. Frankly, if you're a charity and he's donated to you, you might get $80 million. Elizabeth and Leslie stated they will miss him sorely, devastated by the loss. In a February interview, 2000 interview, Irish Independent, Hackman admitted it's tough being the son or daughter of a celebrity. I couldn't always be home with them when they were growing up and then living in California. They had my success always hanging over their heads. But his daughters indicated that he had been a stronger presence in their lives in recent years. Matt Bevin and his now estranged wife, Glenna Bevin, talk on KET in 2017 about their experiences with adoption. Why is this coming up? Oh, Matt Bevin's divorce is final, though issues remain to be resolved. That's terrible. Matt Bevin got fucking divorced, so he became the governor of Kentucky, and he got all that shit for being the governor. He was a mover and shaker, that's for damn sure. He was a mover and shaker. And then Glenna says, I'm done, I'm divorced. And he had like 10 fucking kids. Limited decree of dissolution of marriage, 2-page order, da-da-da-da-da. Jonah Bevin, looks like he's all grown up now. It says that he's seeking to intervene in the case, asking to protect his interest. He's now 18. Jonah alleges his parents abandoned him at age 17 in a brutally abusive youth facility in Jamaica. What the fuck? What? So Glenda and Matt, they fucking divorced, and then they just dropped this poor Jamaican kid, this poor black kid. I don't even know. Is he even from Jamaica? How did they adopted a black kid, they divorced, and then he just drops them off in fucking Jamaica? How do you just drop them off in Jamaica? And why couldn't you drop them off in fucking... Is there no goddamn orphanages in Kentucky? He also obtained an emergency protective order. He experienced abuse and neglect. He's one of 4 children the Bevins adopted from Ethiopia. The couple also has 5 biological children. All but 1 are 18 or over. So 4 kids were adopted from Ethiopia, and then he dropped that one off in Jamaica and said that there was abuse and neglect. That's interesting. I like Jonah Bevin. And saying he already got lawyered up. Whether the Bevins who are wealthy and live in Anchorage, Alaska. The Courier-Journal filed a motion objecting to a confidential settlement, saying that, hey, court records are usually open, so let's just keep them open. He filed a police report alleging child abandonment, Jonah Bevin did, which is a Class D felony. Child abandonment is a Class D felony in Kentucky. I didn't know that. They should allow it to remain confidential because, I mean, who the hell is Matt Bevin now? He used to be the governor. He's not the governor now. You're just kind of kicking a fucking private man down, you know, while he's down. I don't know. I guess I see it both ways because we could talk about it, but it's almost like I feel like they're kind of beating a dead horse here. And that's it.